Hi.
Hi.
I'm Amy Jackson. I'm one of your city council members.
Oh, yes. Well, we have lots of videos for you.
Yes, so that's what I'm doing. It's on, and I've got the, I just want to see, because
Well, thank you for it, yeah. Because this is the third time in 2 years.
Right. So let me, I was actually speaking last week with residents at 300 Commonwealth because of their flooding on the other side at Linden. So thank you. I'm just going to walk.
Okay.
Thank you. Hi, how are you? Well, obviously not too good right now. Don't answer that. I got it. I got it. Hi. Do we know who? There was someone recording for 18th East Linden and put it on Facebook, and that's why I'm here, because I saw that.
18 Linden is
Down there, so the same thing is happening on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go over there next.
No, 18 would be the last one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I came in that way and walked this way. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going this way. So did I hear the vacuum truck was here yesterday? Did I hear that the city's vacuum truck was here yesterday for the sewers, for stormwater, that vacuumed it out? We don't know? Okay.
No idea.
Okay, someone said that. Okay, thank you. Hi. Sorry, so why did you close the road down? Just out of curiosity.
So originally it was because it was flooded, and because that white car is still disabled, waiting for a police tow to come and scoop it up. So
Okay.
It's not fully cleared to reopen yet.
Got it. And when the flooding occurred, where was it exactly? Were you here for that?
Oh yeah, we pulled her out.
She was in it.
She was in it with 3 dogs.
Got it.
So,
Thank you. I'm going to walk down there.
It was.
I didn't go that far down. I just went to
So
the...
where you see where the cones are all the way back there?
Yes.
So past the cones that way and all the way up to this line right here. That entire area was flooded, and then it was waist high up to the car.
What time was that?
That would have been right at 2 o'clock.
Thank you.
No problem.
So what is it now? 3 o'clock, a little bit after 3. So in an hour, it's coming, it's gone, and left the disaster. Just so you know, this is Hooffs Run. Hi. Here's the car that they had to get out. Alright, and we're at the end of the street that they blocked off and coming back. A lot of flooding. Hi. Let me come back here. Hi, I'm Amy Jackson. I'm one of your city council members.
Thank you for coming out. Yes, we had, you can see just by the gravel how much the river here stripped all the gravel. Literally, there was that much of a river here. We have here, I'll show you something real quick for sure.
Do you mind being on camera while you're talking? It's for me. Well, I'll probably post it.
Mike is probably the best person. He's the one who's been talking to Elizabeth Bennett Parker.
Okay, good.
You know, leading the effort basically, and then Jim was kind of the liaison here.
Today? Was she out here today?
No.
Okay, because residents on the other side of Commonwealth also. I was talking to residents last week and for some weeks with others too. So that the city manager knows the problems, as does TNES. So they've been. Is it true though that last week I heard or yesterday the city was out here vacuuming out any of the sewer or stormwater?
We did see them. Somebody said they saw them over on Rosemont.
On Rosemont, they were doing it.
Drains. The problem is, it's not that they're not going into the drains. It's that the culvert gets so full it backflows.
Right.
And literally, it backflowed about 22 inches of groundwater.
So the aerial, yeah, okay.
Here, I'll show you real quick. You want to come look at this?
Good.
We'll show you
I'm glad, as long as everybody gets
what
this.
it looks like. We're having
This
sewage.
is
Ours is
yeah,
sewage
well,
backed
I'm
up as well.
sorry.
So.
Let me put more water on you.
No worries, it's all good. But if you like, a good idea is this is our basement, which it was completely dry, but you can see there's about 22 inches of standing water outside there where the motorcycle is. You can see the
Yep,
water line on
yep.
the motorcycle now. And then here's
Okay.
what it looked like at its height.
This was an hour ago, right? That's when
was-
they said they closed the
This
road.
is the street right here, yes.
Yes, that was an hour ago.
So the whole culvert
Can I
is
get that?
completely overflowed. I can send this to you.
Yes,
Was it
please.
true that somebody had to get taken out of their car?
And that is the white wall right over there. So water is just completely
Okay. And
over the top
yeah.
of everything. And then this is the street here that you're looking at. The car, right? Let's see if I can.
Yeah, I
catch
saw the
car.
the water level on the car I got in the middle of the street is still there.
Oh, was that the car that got?
With 3
There's
dogs.
the car right there. Yeah. And this was not
I
at the
heard
height of the
about
water.
that.
This was
Would
it
you
got worse
send
than
that
this.
to me?
Yep.
I don't. Hopefully it can get through to me.
Yep.
If
absolutely.
So I can. I'd like to post it. I'd
This
like
was
to share it
before
with. Yeah.
It started coming up before the car got caught, and that's what this thing looks like. I mean,
So
it's
it
just
came
irrigation
really
river.
fast. Flash flooding and totally.
Before
Yep.
the warning came, like right as the warning came, it
Right.
was already at the top level, and then the flash flood warning came, and then all of a sudden it started going crazy. But
Okay.
it happened before the flash flood warning actually came into effect. It started getting to the point.
It
to the
was
top part
already
of the
there.
culvert.
So the
Yes.
flash flood warning came late.
Well,
for you,
It
for
came
this
right as
street.
it was about to crest over the top,
Mr.
basically.
Mike is outside,
Okay.
but he's doing something.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, your name again is?
Amy Jackson.
Amy Jackson.
Absolutely.
This is Councilwoman
Hi.
Amy Jackson.
Hi. Hi.
So
Hi.
Matt actually lives here. I live over there.
Okay. You're helping out.
Yeah, we're
Everybody's
trying to
helping out.
get water out of the basement here.
Yes, I saw that.
So-
That's why I came over. I was like,
Yeah.
you know, that because I saw someone over there doing the same thing, and of course, your sump pumps and everything else are working overtime.
Yeah,
Um,
it's overwhelmed right now.
So,
You can see, I mean, we had probably 8 inches of water in that because this is the high water mark there.
All right, I'm gonna step back out of the yard.
that's
here.
true.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. If you would send it to Amy.Jackson.
I will actually. I want to walk you around the.
Oh, great. Oh, okay. I thought you were going back to work. Absolutely. Thank you.
We'll show you the high water mark back there, and the house next to us, and then back behind these guys because they're dealing with it as well.
Okay. And what is your name again?
My name's Henry.
Henry.
Good to
Thank
meet you.
Good to meet you
Elbow
too,
bump.
Elbow. That's right. That's right.
Dad, I'm gonna go back inside.
Okay.
All right, Lily. I'll see you in a minute. I didn't want to interrupt though. If you guys
No,
wanted
did
to
you
keep
want?
chatting.
Yes.
No, that's all right. I'm curious to see how,
All right.
how you made
Okay.
it back
And
here.
what is your name?
Matthew.
Matthew. Thank
Yep.
you for doing this.
So Amy, I actually had Del Pepper, and I'm trying to think of who it was way back in the day. Rob Krupika
Yep.
came out here.
Yep.
This was in '06 when we were dealing with it after the
Yep.
flood. Then basically we had just bought this house. We were waiting to close, and the big flood of '06 happened right before we closed. So luckily the people who owned it before us dealt with the remediation from the flood. But then we worked with the city for, I don't know, a year or so to try to get some kind of knowledge of what was going on with this thing,
Right.
what was happening next. And then what they ended up doing was going to the Army Corps of Engineers, and the
Uh-huh.
Corps of Engineers then created a special flood zone. Instead of doing any kind of remediation efforts, they basically just
Right.
recategorized the flood zone.
Okay.
And that was what happened then, basically. I don't, I'm not aware of anything else happening since then as far as any other major steps. But look at the rain barrel, of course, you know. So I put this in when we moved in. This was our flood abatement measure here. So we paid $8,000 basically to have these bricks, this reverse stoop put in. And it raises the level 22 inches before you can then get down the 3 stairs when you go into our basement. And the water level literally is right, you can see the debris level right there. It made it about an inch less than what it was last year. So I'd say this is probably about 21 inches. This year, last year it made it about an inch higher. On the rain barrel, you can see the debris level on it as well, basically. Probably better on the
Yep.
side of it. The side of it has got a little bit of a higher level as to my undisturbed level where it actually made it up to.
Yep.
And so the issue, I don't know if you're aware of this one or not, but we were dealing with Justin and many others in the city previously because this house is condemned right next door. And it is city controlled. The city has padlocks on it because the owner is being uncooperative. But the problem with it is since he's being uncooperative, the house kept on flooding. And so there was no wall there previously before, probably 2 months ago.
Okay.
And with this much water, you can see where the
Yep.
water level is on the wall there. So the water would, that much water, 22 inches, would just pour in there, completely flood the house, completely flood the little back patio area as well. This last time, Justin and also, I'm gonna mess up his name, Mr. Philip, I can't remember his last name, with code enforcement, came out basically, and they did put in a new sump pump this year, and then a anonymous Good Samaritan who may have my handiwork skills put up that little wall there basically to ensure that no massive water would go back in there.
Okay. And then it's been coming into yours, is what you've
it
it had been,
ours.
but
This time
it's
it did
okay.
not. This time we only got sewage backflow this time. So
Okay.
So we got seepage a month ago from that house. We got sewage backflow today, and then last year we got sewage backflow as well. And I mean, we're mostly dry. If you look in there, you can see my footprints on the floor.
Yeah.
We're, for the most part, dry. Luckily, because
I do see that. Yeah.
this stops
This
the
stopped it.
rainwater right here. So then I only have to deal with probably a backflow preventer or something else to stop the sewage.
How often do you think it was flooded before you put in the steps here, this foundation?
Definitely
to
in
block
06,
it?
and I have no idea before then. So we wouldn't know before that. So
Okay.
for the most part, our abatement works with this and the doors. Now I just gotta stop them from leaking into our house, and then stop the sewage from backing up as well. And I
So
don't
there's
know
no
if
one living there, or there no?
the city has the doors padlocked shut.
Got
And
it,
it's had
okay.
it that way for about 16 months maybe, something like that. So
Okay.
the city controls the house until he complies and fixes all the things that he hadn't fixed, and he's been non-compliant so far. So
he's not even living there. He's
there's
this
no one
and
in
that.
the house.
Got it.
And no one
Okay.
can get into the house because Philip Pugh is the gentleman who runs code enforcement.
Yeah.
He's got the keys to get into the house, and so only Philip can actually get into the house.
Got it. Okay.
So anyway, so this is, I'll walk you around to the other side.
Yeah.
Because while I think I have it bad because we're dealing with sewage, and last time we had 6 inches of sewage, it was
Right.
really bad last year. But a month ago, it was just a cleanup job with disinfecting and getting it out of our air conditioner and all that. That's all this is going to be again too. So we won't even
watermark.
actually call the insurance for this. But these guys over here probably, they all had to dam their doors, and they all had to do all sorts of other
Right.
things.
Right. And I know that's what the other side of Commonwealth, that it runs down. Also, same thing.
Right. And the bottom line is we move our cars up here every time, and it's literally we are racing around all like crazy
I know.
to move our cars. We're all nervous, heads on
Right.
a swivel every time it rains. And LaMonica is the one over here in the second house in where they had the baby the first time the flood last year downstairs in a pack and play, and she was asleep on the ground next to the baby, or on the couch higher than the baby. Didn't realize the flood was coming. They didn't have a flood dam or anything else, and the water was literally already a couple inches in the room. It was a brand, the Everett was a brand new baby. It then, less than a year old, and luckily she said she woke up,
Right.
was standing in water, got him real quick, and
Right.
got out of the basement. And then I think their basement ended up taking a couple feet of water, and so I mean it could be not just monetary. It could have been loss of life.
Right.
And so that's. I don't know what else can be done to just make sure the thing is cleaned and make sure it's moving the volume of water that it's supposed
Well,
to move.
right, and you all have brought a lot of awareness to that, especially recently with the flash floods that, of course, we keep hearing. It's a 50-year rain. It's a 100-year rain. Well, that doesn't help any of us. It doesn't help. You can give me all the data you want, but what I'm seeing is it's
Keeps happening.
yes, it
regardless.
keeps happening. So let's fix it.
Yes.
So
Frank there in the gentleman standing out there with the cones.
right.
With the State Road Rescue is the one who rescued the lady and her 2 dogs.
That's
out
what
of
I
the
spoke
IKEA.
with him. Yeah, I
Okay.
spoke with him
By the way,
about
I
that.
think we have been introduced previously. Do you know Sue Setliff? I think
Yes.
Sue may have introduced us
I think
at
a
one
while
of the
ago.
Maury.
Yep.
It was either one of the 4th of July things or one of the Maury
Yes,
get-togethers.
probably. It probably was the 4th of July.
I was the first-year chair for the schoolyard effort, and then thank goodness Sue rescued me and took over. And
That's right.
Really drove it home, basically. So,
Yes.
but yeah, that was a great effort, and we're hoping to do a similar, private-public partnership on this one to see what we can do to help this out as well. But we
yeah.
have shoes that can deal with it.
This is where creativeness and thinking outside the box to fix it quickly, as opposed to years of red tape, right?
We're contemplating, do we want to move based on the, and I know all these guys are thinking the same thing as well.
Right. I was back here earlier before speaking with you.
Hey Mike, are you out here? Hey, this is Councilwoman Amy Jackson.
Hi.
City.
I saw you on the other side doing this.
This is Jim,
So-
who was our liaison with over on Rosemont, on
Okay.
the far side as well. He lived
Hi.
there previously and dealt with the flooding over there, and then
Hi.
just
So what's
moved over here
happening,
and
you
got
can
it here
see-
now.
We still had over a foot of water at least here when this was dry.
Okay.
You see it all is coming down.
Yes.
Yeah, you can see the line here. How high
Yeah.
Yep. There's the watermark on
Hey,
the
Wendy, is
stairs.
Mike available?
3.
yeah, he's just locking Franklin up.
Okay.
You
Oh, here he is. Here he is, right here, actually. So,
Yes.
Mike is the one who's been leading the efforts with
Thank you.
Elizabeth.
Yes.
This is Councilwoman Amy Jackson.
Good. Well, you've been leading them on this side with her, and then we've got other. Yeah, I think everyone's got their groups. So
Yeah.
until I saw the video for 18 East Linden posted on a Facebook,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, I'm going to head down there now
Yeah.
and see this in person.
Yeah.
So, but yes, it's happened. It's not just yes, if you don't want me to. I've been trying to take footage, so it's just been going
okay.
for the last 20 minutes of.
Don't look that a little bit.
No. But how long have you lived here, and how long has it been going on for you?
We moved in 2013,
Okay.
and so we've only experienced July 2019,
Right.
July 2020, now
Right.
September 2020 floods.
Right.
But I think there's a citywide storm
Yes.
water issue,
Yes.
global warming, increased floods. That's definitely a problem. But I think our particular problem here is the culvert,
Yes.
and that's what we're trying to bring to the city's attention.
Right.
Is this is the only open air section where it's underground upstream, underground
Right.
downstream.
Right.
So it acts as a relief valve. And in the city's 2016 study that they
Mm-hmm.
did, they don't identify this as having any capacity issues because it's a blue stream in the model. Therefore, it can overflow in any storm model they want, and it's not a problem that they need to identify. So for Hooffs Run, the city identified 17 issues for Hooffs Run that are problems, but none of them were this area because if it's an open air culvert, it'll have infinite capacity, therefore it doesn't have a capacity problem. So I think that's the issue we're trying to get help with.
Right.
Is there are storm water, sewage storm capacity issues throughout the city that are definite problems. And when that rain was falling today, like it was 2 months ago, like it was a year ago,
Right.
that's a problem. We have groundwater.
That's right,
That's
yes.
things.
Yep.
But what our security cameras and everything that's caught is we don't have a problem until the culvert overflows. Once the culvert overflows, then
It's a problem.
everything's a mess. Property's destroyed. Cars are ruined. One of our neighbors, LaMonica, she was asleep downstairs with
That's-
her newborn
I just heard
a
that
year
story
ago,
from Henry,
and the
yeah.
newborn was on the ground, and like God forbid something would have happened.
Yep.
So a poor woman got caught out in the river or caught out in the street today.
Yes.
We called the fire department. They didn't get there in time. Thankfully, they were able to rescue her, but the
Mm-hmm.
car was gone. So I know that flooding is a hot topic for a lot of people in the city.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people want to jump on a bandwagon and fire the entire city council,
Right.
fire the city manager, fire everyone. I don't think it's that.
I think we just
helpful.
need a
We just want
solution.
progress,
We
yes.
just, that's
Yes.
right. We want a
Yeah.
solution. That's what we want.
And we understand that there are hundreds of millions of dollars for city capital
Right.
improvements
Right.
through the city and for Hooffs Run.
Right.
But there have been $0 identified to fix this culvert. So even though there are like $20 million set aside or something like that for Hooffs Run,
Right.
those were those 17 projects in the
That's right.
40-some thousand square foot area.
This is pretty much the conversation I had across Commonwealth last week with,
Okay.
with about 10 people
Our
as we
issue
walk their property.
Is this 300-foot
Mm-hmm.
section of open air culvert that hasn't been identified yet by the city as being a problem, and that's what we've been trying to do, talking with Elizabeth
Yes.
since July of this year.
Good.
So
Okay.
we sent her another email before this morning, just trying to engage and asking for, hey, when are we going to get updates on this, on our
Right.
questions, and haven't checked an email since because I've been.
Right. You've been a little
Dig it out.
busy. Yeah. Yeah.
And if
So-
you go up a street, up a block, it looks like, based on the concrete, they had covered it. I don't know how many years back
Yeah.
they covered it, basically, but it was covered there, but they left this section open. We believe for maintenance, is what I was told previously, but
Yeah.
we have no idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the question is, why can't they close this the same as they have everywhere else?
Yes.
That would prevent the overflow.
Yes, and we're just looking
Okay.
for a solution from the
Right.
city that's make it deeper, put a cap on it. Do whatever the city decides is the best thing that they can do to solve this.
Right.
But it's this 300-foot section here that is of no value to anyone in this neighborhood,
Right.
and is a source of property damage, loss of things you can replace, things you can't replace, and it's just our time and our,
Right.
it's our lives here. So that's what we're trying to get help from the city on.
And normally, would you be home on Thursday at
No.
3 o'clock? Exactly,
They will move our
exactly.
cars. And then
So,
there's, besides just the tangible property, the insurance, our
Yep.
insurance went up $2,000 a year based on the flood that just happened last year and
Yep.
again recently.
Okay.
And so we're all dealing with increased costs, basically, and the question is, how do we
Right.
stop that?
Yep.
Ha-
And we can't file
Those
flood
are good
claims.
questions.
This will be the third flood claim for some of these people in the past 14 months, which is going to be at some point a breaking point for their insurance company.
that's right.
So that's what we need help with on the city is don't try to solve global warming in a week. Don't try to
Right.
solve everyone's problem, but just this culvert right here. We need something
Let's
identified.
start somewhere
Yep.
that's
Right.
And
doable.
And everything
Okay.
we pointed to is the 2016 study,
Right.
and the hundreds of millions of dollars that are set aside for capital improvement, but the capital improvement plan and the 2016 study nowhere intersect with this culvert. And no one has been able to say on the city side, we agree, yes,
Right.
let's look at this. So that's what we need help with.
Will do.
Okay,
You got it.
thank you for
you.
coming by, appreciate it.
I appreciate it, and I'm so sorry for the plight. I mean, this is
Yeah.
heartbreaking, disappointing, discouraging.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
Thank you for your time. Definitely
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
Thank you for your time and talking with me about it. I'll follow you out.
All right.
Or are you going to stay
Zach, you
here?
guys okay?
Okay.
Roughly?
Yeah, we
Yes.
just have many feet of water in our back. But,
Do you want me to
It's draining right now. The drain just got clogged a little bit.
We
Yeah.
just gave we have a little bilge pump, marine bilge pump that we gave to Matt across the street. He's got 2 of them because they got 4. They got their sump working and 2 bilges. They got about 5 inches of water. So
Yeah.
So if anybody needs the bilge
I think
later.
Quentin has one of those. We're going to buy one too, just to pump the water out.
Yeah, our wall didn't work.
Yeah, we had our wall up and it didn't stop it.
Yeah, we got I spent
$500.
$500, but I spent.
Get the line there as well, the flood line on the fence.
How long was it? I spent an hour by myself,
I'm sorry.
sitting in water, holding the door shut.
So this is the water line
The water
on
was
the
still coming
fence
I mean, I was just sitting there by myself. I had nothing
in
on.
relation to, as you can see,
28 inches on the
recycle bin.
fence there.
That's how high it
Yeah.
We just got all the repairs done today. Everything's got to get ripped out again. And
So
luckily-
that'll be your third claim in 14 months or so?
Yeah,
14,
my
15
second
months.
claim in 2 weeks, a month.
We had 2 and our insurance went up, so
Yeah.
we're trying not to, everything we can not to file again. But,
I mean, the damage right now, it's 10. It's gonna be 10. It's gonna be another $18,000 damage.
Okay.
yeah, and so
The
every
thing
time
is,
this
the city.
happens,
We talked to Elizabeth, and she seems nice enough, but there's no sense of urgency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get people to come out here say they clean the drains, but there's no sense of professionalism because the drains aren't clean.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, where's the quality?
That's
work?
what, as soon as honestly, whoever posted it, that's what I saw, and I immediately said, okay, I'm going down there right now, because I want to get you all talking and working and telling us what needs to be done right now,
I mean,
as it's been for
just like,
years.
you can even see it without the water, how this is higher. This used to be level when I moved in 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just eroded. This was dry when we were still under 2 feet of water. Like, it all is
Yeah.
just literally shit is just flowing down. And you can see
Okay.
the water's trying to get to the culvert, but
It-
it can't
Yep.
Yeah.
because it's not designed for
Yep.
And the city does have a ticket open to try to re-engineer
it.
this.
The tickets. How many tickets have
This
we
area
opened?
down
How
here,
many
I
tickets
know.
have we followed up on? We even have the power of the vice mayor behind us, and we still can't get a ticket.
Yep.
Okay.
Systemically just broken.
All right.
Amy, thank you.
Yes, absolutely. No, I yes. Everyone will see this. I'll post it. I'm gonna find a Dropbox link to get it out there too. Thank you. I'm sorry. I know the whole every backyard here is
We got-
underwater.
We got a toddler, we got a 5-month-old. We can't
Right.
do all this.
No, you can't. Okay, thank you. Hi. Do you want? Thank you. Anything you'd like to say? I'm Amy Jackson. I'm with City Council. That's why I'm out here trying to take footage, trying to talk to people, see where we've obviously not done
Yeah.
a good job, and to find solutions so that we can fix it. So,
Good.
okay.
To hear that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And it's already gone down quite a bit, but still. So about an hour and a half ago, this is overflowing.